Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MMA game. It's your boy, the notorious Rasta Cam, and today coming to you live from the MMA game studio to talk about UFC Fight Night, Nicolau versus Perez. But as you know, before I pass it on to my partner, I got to do the introductions. And as you know, it's not Drake, it's not Kendrick Lamar, it's not Future, and it's definitely not J. Cole. It's your boy, the statistician, Ryan Cariss. Yo, Cariss, what's the word?
Hey, my guy, Cameron Roget. What's up, my dude, my homie, my guy? We are blessed to be in the studio again and talk about UFC Fight Night.
Yeah.
Nicolau versus Perez.
Yeah, man.
Hey, it's another fight night.
It's just
another week.
We're back. The come down is from UFC 300 has happened, and now we're gonna peek back up to get ready for the return of the Mac. Hey, turn of the Mac.
That's what we're waiting for.
That's what we're waiting
That's
for.
what we're waiting for.
And just announced on that same card,
Oh.
we have Khalil Roundtree versus Jamal Hill. Quick turnaround for Hill.
Yes.
And he's gonna be on Red Panty Night.
He is.
The Conor McGregor International Fight Week. I think it's going to be on the main card.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I'm surprised it's this quick of a turnaround. Let's be real. It's a little bit fast considering he got knocked out.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's not like that hit landed flush.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
I think
wasn't
everybody's
completely
reviewed the footage.
Yeah.
It wasn't completely flush.
Yeah.
He got dropped, but I think it's a good return. And as everybody knows, I'm very, very excited for this fight right here because I think we're going to see a Khalil Roundtree. Everybody's been saying he needs to get tested. He needs to get tested. This is the
your
test,
right?
This is it.
Right. This is how big of a fight it is that Cam actually sent it to me via Instagram. And that's when you know this is a big fight. And this is one that you know that my dude's going to be all about.
I'm heavily invested in this one.
But who are you heavily invested in? Are we going to have to wait on that one because you're not making your decision today?
No, you know what? I could definitely make a decision today because looking at past history, and you guys know how I feel with pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Once pressure is involved, now the only thing with this one, there's pressure on both sides. You have Jamal Hill who's coming off of a loss.
Big time pressure on Hill.
I think for him, it's probably a little bit more embarrassing too, right? The way how he lost, who he lost to, in the fashion. Now you have Khalil Roundtree, who you guys already know how high I am on Khalil. And I'm going to go Khalil. I am going to back Khalil on this because
I had a feeling you were.
I just think him against Pereira is going to be an amazing fucking fight.
Yes. Yeah.
Like
it's going
that for me, after seeing UFC 300, I don't think anybody could get knocked out of that one. But I could see both guys getting really fucking hurt with Khalil and Pereira.
Remind me, does Khalil Roundtree have a ground game? Or is this standing on the feet?
It's standing. It's striking.
Okay.
It will be definitely striking. The thing with Khalil is he's just so vicious, especially with his leg kicks.
Okay.
And I think, to me, it's going to be interesting to see how Pereira deals with that.
Is this going to be the game of the leg kicks between these two? Who can get the better shot off and the more majority?
And the striking is going to be something that's going to be amazing to watch because we know how good Alex is. But I don't think everybody knows how good Khalil is.
And you keep hyping him up.
Yeah,
you do.
I do. Well, you guys know when Cam hypes up a fighter, usually there's a reason to it. And you need to jump on the train with me.
Let's use Peyton Talbot as a good example. That's a good one. Yeah. There you go.
100%.
Right? That's one that you got me on board with.
I told the world. I told the world when I saw the black circle, beware. Beware that guy. That guy sat for 4 hours to get a circle.
A circle on his chest. On both sides, chest and his back.
That's a scary fucking dude.
That's a good point.
Another thing I do want to talk about, I don't know if you had the pleasure of watching it, but Ryan Garcia upsets the fucking world.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know it was that big of a deal. And then I saw everything behind it. And I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, you did upset the world a little bit.
For me, here's the thing. Like, Saturday came around and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to watch the fight. Like, it is what it is. I'll stream it. I'm not going to pay for it. So I streamed it.
Same here.
And I'm on date night with my wife. And then I ended up watching the whole fucking fight.
Was she watching it with you, or did you kind of have it down to the side?
She's pretty upset. But shout out to the missus. Thank you, babe. But it was good, bro.
It was.
Fucking good fight.
It was.
Back and forth. Garcia... I mean, from the first round, that's when it drew me in.
And left little
when
hook.
he hit him and he stumbled, I was like, no fucking way. No way this is gonna end like this.
Mhm.
And sure enough, he got him out. He got him fucking out. Dropped him 3 times.
He did.
Three fucking
Three
times.
times. One.
Damn.
Wait, was it round 1 that he dropped it? He didn't drop him round 1. It was maybe
He
like
wobbled them round
right.
1.
And I think it was like 2 or 3, but I know it was
7. It's in the 7th and almost ended.
okay, and then
7th
10 and
or
11 is when he dropped him again
Yeah.
during those, and then 12 he kind of took a back seat, and I think that's why the other judge had it as a draw. Like,
Yeah.
what fight are you looking at,
Yeah,
bro?
but see,
Like, what are
because
you
I didn't even
watching?
watch the earlier fights, and I heard there was an issue with one of the fights. Like the
Oh.
judges gave it to the other guy, and I guess McComey, I think his name was. He
Okay.
should have won it.
Okay,
But here's the boxing judges. It's always been a fucking issue.
it always has.
Always.
Always.
And I'll never forget Timothy Bradley against Manny Pacquiao.
Mm.
That's for me when I said boxing's rigged.
Mm-hmm.
Because Manny Pacquiao won that fight, and I don't know how
They gave it the other way.
They gave it to Bradley. Don't know how. My friend was happy because he made like 1,500 that night.
Oh, good man.
Yeah,
Nice.
good man.
Nice.
Good man.
Mm-hmm.
Now moving on a little bit.
Okay.
We don't have any more fights to announce. Sorry, but
Nope.
we are going to dive into this UFC fight night. So I'm just going to mention some fights on the prelim that I think everybody should probably tune into.
Right. We are doing pick out of the hat.
We are doing.
We are going to do picks out of the hat.
So
So
here we go with the first fights. We have in the men's featherweight division, Gabriel Benitez against Manishat.
Manny shot.
Manishat.
Okay. All right.
Mahishat. That's the
You're
guy's
like, wait,
name.
I had to see that
Mahishat.
one again because I wasn't sure how to say that one.
That could be interesting.
Okay.
Interesting fight. That one.
Mhm.
After that, we have Ivana Petrovic against Liang Na.
Yeah.
That's going to be a women's flyweight.
Okay. Mhm.
In women's strawweight, we have Marnich Man against Ketlin Souza.
Really?
Ketlin sounds really familiar.
Well, because you're thinking maybe
she
Ketlin
lost.
Vieira.
Yeah, maybe.
That's why. Okay.
After that, we have Dontel Mays against Cal Mikado in the men's heavyweight division.
Dontel Mays.
Dontel, you guys, they're both these guys are coming off losses, though. By the way.
Ooh, okay.
In the men's lightweight division, we should remember this name. He was on The Ultimate Fighter with Connor and Chandler.
Mhm.
Austin Hubbard against Michael Figlak. And that's going to be in the men's lightweight division.
Mhm.
And then in the main event on the prelims, you have Rani Yahya against Victor Henry.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because if you go on Victor Henry's previous fight, it says the result is unknown.
What, unknown?
Unknown.
That's a first?
Unknown.
Interesting.
And Rani's coming off a loss.
Okay. Is this his debut? Is that why it's unknown for Victor Henry?
No clue, brother.
No clue. It says
No
unknown.
clue. But he's 23-6, so
Hey.
might be a good pick.
All right.
Might be a good pick out of the hat. So we'll do the fans first.
Well, we still have a couple that are on the main card that we're going to mention.
Well, are we doing pick out of the hat for the prelims?
Yeah, but I put some of the main card ones on, such as Tim Means and Uros Medic. Oh no, that's the one I want to talk about.
Yeah, that's
Jonathan
main card.
Pearce and David Onama. Yeah, we have a couple guys from the main card. So instead of these 3 right here, say the other ones.
That are on the main card?
Yeah.
We're not going to go through the whole card?
Oh, we are, but the only ones that I'm going to actually do stats on are those 3 right there.
Yeah.
So we can do that.
Okay.
Did that confuse you?
Yeah.
Hey.
Jonathan Pearce against David Onama.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Austen Lane against Jhonata Diniz.
Okay.
Ariane Lipski against Karine Silva. I like that fight.
There you go.
I do like that
There
fight.
you go.
And yeah.
I think we got to go down to the Tim Means. So that's the other one. Those are the ones I'm going to actually talk about. Put the
Yeah,
stats
but are
on
we
it.
going to do pull out the
Yes,
hat?
we are. Yes, we are. Sorry, I'm a little confused today, guys. Sorry. It's not the regular. I think this is my pick for this week for the fans because I think you did it last week.
Yeah, I don't really remember. All good. Happy Earth Day, guys. Happy Earth Day.
And the fans get Figlak. Figlak is fighting. Oh, Austin Hubbard. Ooh, sorry about that, fans. Sorry, because Austin Hubbard's most likely going to win that fight. But that's okay. All right, your pick.
Oh,
What'd you
I
get?
can't read that.
Oh, Loom Top. Loom Top. Does that? Where's that one at?
Loom Top. Loom Top.
Hubbard Figlak.
I don't see that name on there.
Pick another one. that one got canceled. That's what it was. That was a canceled fight. I still had it in there. All right, I'll pick one.
Perfect. Lipski.
Hey.
Can't
All
complain
right.
with that one.
And
I will support her all day.
Oh, wait up. Oh, I got the guy that's fighting Austen Lane. I got Jhonata Diniz,
Okay.
who is
Jhonata
undefeated.
Diniz.
He's undefeated. All right. That's
32
decent.
years old.
That's decent. That's decent.
Should be able to pull that one out.
Should be able to. So, all right. All righty. So now we got to talk about that.
All right. So now with the stats, we have Tim Means against Uros Medic.
Hey, all righty. In the welterweight division of 170 pounds from USA, Tim, the Dirty Bird Means, is 39 years old, stands at 6'2", and his fighting style is a striker. Dirty Bird has a record of 33 victories with 15 defeats and 1 draw. He's got 20 wins by KO, 5 wins by submission, and 4 first-round finishes. Dirty Bird has a UFC record of 15 victories with 12 defeats. Coming off of a TKO winner, rounds 3 strikes over Andre Fiallo back in September of 2023. Some fun facts is the nickname Dirty Bird was one time that during his amateur fights, he dyed his hair, and one of his friends said that he looked like a dirty bird, and it stuck with him. So that's how he got that name. From Serbia, Uros Medic, the doctor, is the favorite in this fight at -230. He's 30 years old, stands at 6'1", and his fighting style is MMA. The doctor has a professional record of 9 victories with 2 defeats. He's got 7 wins by KO, 2 wins by submission, and 6 first-round finishes. The doctor has a UFC record of 3 victories with 2 defeats. He's currently coming off of a submission loss back in November of 2023. Some fun facts, he's coming off of Dana White Extended Series Season 4, where he was a winner back in August of 2020. His nickname was given to him because he was so precise with his strikes, and that's why his coach gave it to him. He's got a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu blue belt, and he was a pro kickboxer back in K1 back in the day.
Okay.
So I want to go for the Dirty Bird. I do, because I like Tim Means' Dirty Bird, but based on the stats and everything here, I'm going to go with the doctor on this one, -230.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call in a medic for my boy
Nice.
Medic.
Nice.
Why not?
Hey,
why not?
Why not?
Kind of like that last name.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we have Ryan Spann against Bogdan Guskov. This is going to be your co-main event of the evening.
Right. In the light heavyweight division of 205 pounds from USA, UFC's number 11th ranked light heavyweight in the world, Ryan Superman Spann, is the favorite in this fight at -175. He's 32 years old, stands at 6'5", and his fighting style is MMA. Spann has a professional record of 21 victories with 9 defeats, 6 wins by KO, 12 wins by submission, and 15 first-round finishes. Spann has a UFC record of 7 victories with 4 defeats. He's currently coming off of a split decision loss to Anthony Smith back in August of 2023, which we actually think that maybe Ryan Spann actually won that fight. Who knows? Fun fact is he came off Dana White Contender Series Season 1, where he was actually a loss, and then he fought in Season 2, where he was a winner.
Okay.
From Uzbekistan, Bogdan Sarcevic, that's his nickname. I don't even know how to say it. He's 31 years old, stands at 6'3", and his fighting style is MMA. Guskov has a professional record of 15 victories with 3 defeats, 12 wins by KO, 2 wins by submission, and 12 first-round finishes. Guskov has a UFC record of 1 victory and 1 defeat, currently coming off of a TKO win, round number 1 over Zach Paga back in February of 2020. Back this year in February 2024, actually. Fun facts, he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt. He's a master of sports in boxing, MMA, and K1. His hero in life is every person is a hero in his own way.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. Interesting on that
cool.
one. I know. I'm going to let you choose on this one first.
I'm going Bogdan.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was going to go with Ryan Superman Spann.
You just went with him because you guys have the same first name.
No, I'm kind of actually going with him because he is the favorite in this fight. So I'm hoping that he'll be able to win. But honestly, it's kind of a toss-up.
Favorites always don't win fights.
I know.
Hence, Ryan Garcia.
Nice.
And then moving on into the main event of the evening, we have Mateus Nicolau against Alex Perez.
Right. From the flyweight division of 125 pounds. From Brazil, UFC's number 5 ranked flyweight in the world, Mateus Nicolau is the underdog in this fight at +215. He's 31 years old, stands at 5'8", and his fighting style is a boxer. Matias has a professional record of 19 victories with 4 defeats and 1 draw. He's got 5 wins by KO, 5 wins by submission, and 4 first-round finishes. Matias has a UFC record of 7 victories with 2 defeats. He's currently coming off of KO loss, round number 1 to Brandon Raw Dog Royval back in April of 2023. Some fun facts: he's coming off of Tough Brazil Season 4, which he lost in the semis. He's been doing jiu-jitsu since the age of 13, and he's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt. From USA, UFC's number 8 ranked flyweight in the world, Alex Perez, is the favorite in his fight at negative 265. He's 32 years old, stands at 5'8", and his fighting style is freestyle. Alex has a professional record of 24 victories with 8 defeats, 5 wins by KO, 7 wins by submission, and 10 first-round finishes. Alex has a UFC record of 6 victories with 4 defeats, currently coming off of a 3-fight losing streak. Coming off of a decision loss to Muhammad Mokaev back in March of 2024. So, based off of these stats, who are you going with?
I'm going with Alex Perez.
Are you? Okay,
Yeah.
Nice. Same here, actually. Even though he's coming
I'll
off
go
of
with
a
Alex.
3-fight losing skid, I'm hoping that he's going to be able to turn this one around and be able to take out Matthias Nicolau. But
Yeah,
you
same.
never know.
Same.
Never know.
We shall see.
We'll
It's
find
going to
out.
be a tough one, though. I think out of all the fights, obviously that's the juiciest one. That's why it's the main event. But that should be a really good fight.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully our boy Perez gets it done. Now, as we transition, I do want to transition, kind of look at the rankings a little bit and kind of talk about that. So let's start off with the heavyweights. So I'm going to tell you who the champion is, Cariss, and then I want your thoughts on some of these names and where they're placed and if you believe some should be moved. How about that?
Okay, I like it.
So
I like it.
In the heavyweight division, we have our current champion, Jon Jones. Number 1 contender will be Tom Aspinall, but he is also the interim champion. Okay. So we'll say coming in at number 2 would be Cyril Gahn. Number 3, Sergey Pavlovich. Number 4, Stipe Miocic. Okay. Number 5, Curtis Blades. Number 6, Alexander Volkov. Number 7, Jailton Almeida. Number 8, Marcin Tybura. Okay. Number 9, Sergey Spivak. Number 10, Tai Tuivasa.
Sweet.
Number 11, Jairzinho Rosenstruik. Number 12, Derek Lewis. 13, Alexander Romanov. 14, Marcos Rogerio de Lima. And coming in at 15, Rodrigo Nascimento. Now, before I get Cariss, take it away. Remember that Derek Lewis and Nascimento will be fighting here in a couple weeks.
They will.
Remember also that Volkov and I think it's Pavlovich are also fighting. Okay. I think we're waiting on something for Curtis Blades.
I think we're waiting on Curtis Blades with the Tom Aspinall. That's my assumption because Tom Aspinall literally just the other week mentioned that he is going to be fighting in Manchester on the Manchester card. When it goes out there, he just doesn't have a dance partner as of yet. And rumor is saying that Curtis Blades most likely is going to be the next one to be able to step up on that. But
interesting.
Who knows? Who knows? They might throw Cyril there or something. Right?
That's interesting. You want to go Cyril when it's in Europe.
Well, good point. Good point. But the other reasoning behind Curtis Blades is because that's when Tom Aspinall hurt his knee in the first round. And so therefore they have never actually got to run that fight. So that's kind of a reason of why they potentially might be doing that. But based on what you're saying, as far as Cyril Gahn and being European and everything and being over, and the fact that he's number 2.
Well, he was the interim champ at one point. Yeah. So why would you not give him Tom?
Right.
And then if Tom's able to get through that, then give Curtis. I mean, Curtis has been just sitting anyways.
Yes.
So I'm sure he'd be okay with just sitting. But yeah, are you cool with that? Are you cool with those rankings?
Yes and no. And here's one reason why no is because Stipe Miocic is down at number 5, or is that 5? No, excuse me, number 4. And if he's supposed to be the number 1 contender waiting to fight Jon Jones, why is he not farther up in the list?
That's a legend fight, bro. That's a legend fight. Okay. I don't think rankings matter there.
Okay. And then Sergey Pavlovich, I think potentially should be switched with. Actually, I forget if they fought each other. Did Curtis Blades and Sergey Pavlovich fight? I should know those stats. I should.
See if I could go back. Yeah.
Hey, there it is. See, and Sergey won that fight. KO, TKO. Ooh, see. So yeah, that's right. But maybe the only one I would say is the Stipe needs to be moved up. And
yeah, I mean, to be honest, looking at the heavyweights, usually I'm really excited looking at the heavyweight rankings, but I'm looking at the fights and there's really nothing here that excites me besides seeing Tom Aspinall fight against Cyril Gane.
Okay. Would you not want to see him fight against Curtis Blades?
I'm
No.
good.
No.
I'm good.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
good.
So you think the interim should be Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gane?
I just think Cyril Gane has more to offer to the heavyweight division, besides just all wrestling.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, Curtis. I'm a striking guy, right? I like seeing the strikes. And I think Cyril poses the biggest problem for Tom when it comes to striking.
Just striking.
I think Tom is going to be able to handle Curtis Blades on the ground.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think he's going to outclass him on the feet.
Okay.
I don't think Tom is going to outclass Cyril.
No. I think
Cyril, for me, is probably one of the best strikers in the heavyweight division.
Right. And that's why I think that Tom and Aspinall is going to just take him to the ground and nullify his striking game, to where I think that's maybe why Curtis Blades might be a better contender in that fact, because he'll be able to wrestle with him and actually be on the ground.
And this is all counting not having Alex Pereira move up in weight too.
Right.
Because if he moves up in weight, then I think that's a problem for everybody in that fucking division, including Jon Jones.
Right. And I think if they do fight and he beats Tom Aspinall, I don't think Jon Jones would actually take that fight against Pereira.
I think we're gonna see the end of Jon Jones pretty soon.
Yep. I don't even know if he's gonna fight Stipe. Let's just be quite honest with that too. You don't know.
Be real.
We haven't heard really much anything about it, and the fact that Jon's been in the media lately, being a little bit of drunk and having more issues.
Having a time. That's all I'm going to say. Having a time. Next, in the men's light heavyweight division, we have the current champion, Alex Pereira. In number 1, we have Yuri Prochazka.
A belt on him.
Number 2, we have Magomed Ankalaev. Okay. Number 3, Jamal Hill. Number 4, Jan Blachowicz. Number 5, Alexander Rakic. Number 6, Nikita Krylov. Number 7, Johnny Walker. Number 8, Khalil Roundtree. Number 9, Volkan Ozdemir. Number 10, Anthony Smith. Number 11, Ryan Spann. Number 12, Alonzo Menefield. Number 13, Azamat Murzakanov. Number 14, Dominic Reyes. And number 15, Victor Petrino. I must say, though, that Alonzo Menefield will be fighting Carlos Ulberg in the upcoming future.
Yep.
So there could be a change there. Yep. We could be having somebody lose a ranking spot and somebody moving in.
And then the fact that Ryan Spann is currently going to be fighting this weekend, that should change things within the division. But no, maybe not.
Yeah, because he's fighting somebody that's unranked, Bogdan.
Right.
So Bogdan could be coming into the rankings.
So he could be coming in if he beats Ryan Spann.
Yeah. We could have 2 people eventually moving around. We could have 2 open spots. You happy with these?
Yeah, but the fact that Jan Blachowicz hasn't fought in a little while and he's still there, I think he beat Alexander Rakic. Rakic just lost. Krylov, Johnny Walker. Maybe Khalil Roundtree needs to be ahead of Johnny Walker just because Johnny Walker's coming off a loss, but then again, it's right around that area, so that makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah, I'm okay. The only person I'd say needs to drop a little bit is Nikita Krylov.
Drop him down to
I think he could
12
switch
or
with
13 or something.
Yeah, you could drop me even because I think Khalil deserves that spot.
Who was his last fight?
Ryan Spann. He beat him.
And he beat him
by submission.
Okay. And the fight before that was Ozdemir. All right.
So I guess that's why you have him ahead. But I just feel Khalil's going to clean out some of these guys, man. Yeah. Khalil's cleaning people out.
Yeah. Well, if Khalil beats him, then he moves up to Jamal Hill's spot, which is number 4.
Maybe.
Right?
Maybe. I guess we got to see how things play out too, right? With Magomed Ankalaev. That's a big one.
True.
I think at some point he needs a title shot.
I think he is the next title shot at 205.
I don't know. Pereira holds all the keys, man.
Yeah, he does.
So whoever he wants to fight, that's who's going to get it.
But then again, he asked for Tom Aspinall, and they said no to that. But
they said no for it being this soon.
That's true.
So again, Manchester is going to be a little bit later. That could be something that they entertain, but I don't know if they should.
Is it because of his pinky toe, his broken pinky toe, and then his other broken toe that he had during the fight?
Yeah, suppose. I mean, who knows? Who knows? I think that guy could fight through fucking anything.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah. Looking at the middleweight division, we have champion Dricus du Plessis. Number 1, Sean Strickland. Number 2, Israel Adesanya. Number 3, Robert Whittaker. Number 4, Jared Cannonier.
Cannonier. You did it again. Yes.
Number 5,
It's only
Marvin
been a year and
Vettori.
something months, guys, and he's
Number
still
6,
fucking it up. That's great.
Brendan Allen. Number 7, Paulo Costa. 8, Nasruddin Imavov.
Okay.
9, Roman Dolidze. 10, Jack Hermanson. 11, Hamza Chimaev. 12, Anthony Hernandez. 13, Paul Craig. 14, Cal Braulio. And number 15, Chris Curtis.
Action man. I would probably have to say the one that stuck out to me kind of weirdly was the Imavov a little bit,
Okay.
or the Brendan Allen above Paulo Costa, even though I get it because Brendan Allen just won his last fight and Paulo Costa lost his last fight.
Yeah.
But Paulo Costa lost to Robert Whittaker, so it's a little bit of a different
Yeah.
level and a little bit different weight on that fight versus Brendan Allen beating the number 15th ranked Chris Curtis.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
for me, the only one I'd be is Jared, actually.
Really?
Cannoneer.
You don't
He
like
hasn't
him
fought in a long
no,
time, though.
he has not.
So,
But I
and
think-
that's a
I think
pretty
he's-
high spot.
think-
Number 4?
I think he's waiting though.
For waiting for what?
I don't know.
Time?
I don't. I don't know, but I think he's waiting for a fight that doesn't go below him.
Okay. You think Marvin... we've seen that already, though. But, okay, watch this shit.
What you
Watch
got?
this. Do you think Nasruddin could beat Jared?
Yes, actually,
Okay.
I think
Do you
he
think
could, but it's going to be a tough fight for him. Fluffy.
Hamzat could beat Jared?
Ooh. Yeah.
Fluffy? Anthony Hernandez?
Fluffy with the way Fluffy's going right now, yes. With how high we are in Fluffy right now and the way
Right.
that he's been fighting, yes.
So why is Jared still up that high?
Because who was his last fight? Who did he beat last?
Vittori.
Vittori. There we go.
Unanimous
and then before
decision.
That, and then before that, he beat Sean Strickland. That's why he's still up there.
Split decision.
That's why he's still up there.
And then he got
Sean
demolished by fucking Izzy.
Yeah, and that's why he's up that high within the ranking. That's why he's number 4. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And it makes sense of why Robert Whittaker is right behind Izzy and why Izzy's right behind Sean
Robert
Strickland.
wins his next fight. He gets a
DDP.
title shot, bro.
Yeah, it should.
Robert against Hamza is going to be the fireworks of all fireworks that we've all been waiting for. And I'm here for it.
And then when do they fight? Do they fight
That's
later
in
at
Saudi
the end of this year?
Arabia. Whatever that Saudi Arabia card is.
No, sorry. When Robert Whittaker beats him, do they fight later at the end of this year, or do they wait?
You got to
for
see
next
how
year?
they recover, bro.
That's true.
I mean, you got to see if there's any injuries, anything like that. Because if there's
Damage.
injuries, yeah, that's going to push that back until probably the next year. Looking at the way, because Robert, that's going to be what Robert's second fight. Looking to fight 3 times in a year. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
Mhm.
And I mean,
With the wars that they go into, also
for the
not
war
just a
he's
simple-
about to put Hamzat through.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be warranted for a lot of time off. A lot of time off.
Mm-hmm.
But we shall see. In the men's welterweight division, your champion, Leon Rocky Edwards.
Yup.
Number 1, Kamaru Usman. Number 2, Bilal Muhammad. Number 3, Shavkat Rakhmonov. Number 4, Colby Covington. Number 5, Jack Della Maddalena. Number 6, Gilbert Burns. Number 7, Ian Machado Gary.
Ian Gary.
Ooh. Number 8, Sean Brady. Number 9, Stephen Thompson. Number 10, Jeff Neal.
Hey.
11, Joaquin Buckley. 12, Neil Magny. 13, Michael Venom Page. Wow.
He needs to be higher up on
Wow.
that card.
Wow.
Yeah, number 13.
14,
Yeah.
Vicente Luque. 15, Michael Chiesa. And
Stop
also
it.
at
Stop
15 is going to be Kevin Holland.
Why is Michael Chiesa on there?
Well-
Especially when Kevin Holland beat him.
Well, they're sharing the load
They're
there.
sharing
But
it.
I
Oh.
mean,
Even though we got a submission win.
he's on a 3-fight losing
Darce
streak.
Yeah, that's why he shouldn't be top 15.
Maybe it's the name. Maybe it's the name.
Maybe it is.
Maybe it's the name.
Maybe
Michael
it
Venom
is.
Page in there. That's
saw
pretty
that.
cool.
I saw that. That should be a little higher, though, especially if you have Jeff Neal right up here.
Wonderboy.
Wonderboy deserves to be there. And Ian Gary, whatever. And JDM got put in number 5 spot.
Yeah, I mean that win against Gilbert Burns
Yeah.
solidified that for him. I think.
Yeah.
Uh,
Colby could care less. You could take him off the rankings and doesn't.
no,
it
he
doesn't
needs to
matter.
fight. He needs to fight Ian. He needs to fight Ian.
Yeah, they've been talking.
Yeah, Gary needs to
been
fight him
talking.
for sure. The only issue that I have here is Bilal Muhammad needs to be the number 1 contender.
Versus compared to Kamaru Usman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Bilal needs to be the number 1 contender.
Yeah.
There's the time when they need to put some respect on this man's name. There's a time when we just have to accept. You may not like fucking Bilal, but the guy fucking deserves it.
Does.
He's done everything possible to get a title shot.
Everything the UFC's asked of him.
I don't know what Leon's problem is with the guy. Maybe they just don't like each other and he's trying to just downplay him as much as he can, but that fight needs to fucking happen.
Right. The thoughts I had on it was, if Leon Edwards doesn't like him and doesn't feel that he deserves a shot and doesn't think that he's going to beat him, well, then just fight him and beat his ass and just let's move on and let's get over it, right? Like, if you feel that, take him on, fight him, beat Bilal, and be like, okay, cool. This is why I was telling you that you don't deserve to be here. This is why. And then Bilal will be
figure it out.
He won't be part of the equation anymore.
They just need to figure it out. They need to just fight.
That's what they need to do.
They need to fight because we didn't even get a result the last time they fought with that fucking eye poke. So hopefully
fix the gloves.
UFC fix that problem. Next, we have the men's lightweight division, one of my favorites. We have the champion, Islam Makhachev.
You can mess his name up. You know
you want really don't care. Number one contender, who I like very much, Arman Sarukian. Number 2, Charles Oliveira. Number 3, Justin Gaethje. Number 4, Dustin Poirier. Number 5, Mateus Gamrot. Number 6, Beneil Dariush. 7, Michael Chandler. 8, Rafael Fiziev. 9, Max Holloway.
Yeah, buddy.
10, Renato Moicano. 11, Dan Hooker. 12, Jalen Turner. 13, Benoit Saint-Denis. 14, Rafael Fiziev. Rafael Dos Anjos. What am I doing?
RDA.
15, Matt Frivola. 15, Bobby Green. 15, Drew Dober. So we have 3 people there for that number 15 spot.
Didn't Drew Dober beat Bobby Green?
Yes, he did.
He knocked him out, but yet he's below him in the rankings, even though he's still 15.
Interesting. Well, I mean, he also did just lose to Renato Moicano.
That's true.
Right? So, for me, I have no issues with this one.
No.
But this one, I have no issues.
My only question is, now I get it. My boy, my guy, Blessed, is number 9. And I get it because it's his first time being in the lightweight division, right? And they got to throw him somewhere in there. But it's hard to throw someone in there when the number 3 guy you just knocked out in the BMF title and you're still below that guy.
Yeah, but BMF and lightweight are completely different.
I know. But if you're the number 3 and you got beat handily and without a question of, oh, was it close? No, it wasn't even close. And you're still below it. But I get the rankings. They don't want to throw you directly up in there.
Well, no, Max wasn't ranked, though.
No, that's what I'm saying.
So Max was an unranked. Now he's ranked at number 9.
And that's why I'm saying I get it.
And to be honest, Gaethje's probably going to drop, right? Because we still have Dustin Poirier is fighting for the belt later this year. Gamrot, not too sure when he's fighting next. But he won his last fight against RDA. Right, Beneil Dariush. Unfortunately, he's probably going to drop a little bit. Bitch ass Chandler's definitely going to drop after International Fight Week. Fiziev, we haven't heard really much about this guy
because he's still coming off his injury of his torn ACL.
And that's it. And then you have Max right after that. So there's going to be movement. It's just how soon, and then we don't even know what Max is going to do with that.
I was actually going to ask you what would you like for Max to be his play out? I have an idea, but.
I know everybody's talking about Max should call out Conor, but I don't feel that that's going to be a big good matchup for Conor just coming back. I think he does need to fight Chandler first and then see where everything lays there.
Okay.
Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we would do because then you're also looking at pound for pound when it comes to the BMF and who he should be fighting there. And if I have to look at pound for pound, then is he defending his belt or is he going for the other? Because I think hands down he needs to go for fucking Ilya. Okay. Like that should be Max's next fight is Ilya.
That's what I said.
100%.
That's what I said. But he should not put the BMF belt on the line.
Why? No, they've never done that though.
I know.
They've never done that before. So I know Ilya said that he should do that. And I guess we can move into that category now. We'll talk about the featherweights. Yeah. But when Masvidal fought against Kamaru and he got knocked out, the BMF wasn't on the line.
No.
It was just the championship.
No.
So you
Right.
can't make requests that were never done before. I
Mhm.
get,
Mhm.
you know, you're feeling you're happy you got the belt, bro, and you're trying to collect as many rings as possible, but that's not a ring that you collect the same time you're defending your belt.
No.
You
no.
got to get that separately.
Right.
You know, if you beat him, you could say, yeah, I beat the BMF. Now I want the BMF belt,
Mhm.
but that doesn't mean you don't
No.
get it.
You don't get both. You
No.
don't get both. And by the way, Max called him out and was just like, wait, bro, you the way that you're going about this and the way that you're asking for this fight is un-BMF. Like the way that you're going about it, you say, if you don't put it on the line, I'm not going to fight you. Max is like, what are you talking about? Like, you're going to fight anybody. If you're a BMF, you're going to fight anybody, anytime, anywhere.
Mhm.
And you're going to be pointing to the center of the cage being like, oh, let's bang it out because that's what you do.
Mhm.
So therefore,
Mhm.
that's why he's most likely not going to put it on the line, even if Ilia Topuria keeps asking. But I think he should go down to 145 and fight him at 145 for the title.
Yeah,
That should be his next fight.
Just fuck
Should
him up.
be. Yeah. All right.
But that would be a really good fight. But
It would.
anyways, in the featherweights, we have champion Ilia Topuria.
Mhm.
Number 1, Alexander Volkanovski. Number 2, Max Holloway. Number 3, Brian Ortega. Number 4, Yair Rodriguez. Number 5, Moksar Evlov. Number 6, Arnold Allen. Number 7, Josh Emmett. Number 8, Aljamain Sterling. Number 9, Calvin Kattar. Number 10, Gige Chikadze. Number 11,
Thug Nasty.
Bryce Mitchell. Wow.
Really?
Number 12, Edson Barbosa. Number 13, Dan Ige. Number 14, Leron Murphy. I like him.
Mhm.
Number 14, Diego Lopez. Number 15, Sadiq Youssef. And number 15, Alex Caceres.
They can take those bottom two off. Sadiq and Alex Caceres.
Sadiq should drop out.
Yeah, because he just
after
got
his
beat,
last
especially
loss.
your drop from
It
the
should
guy
be, like,
that's
right
ranked
here.
with you. Yeah.
Diego Lopez should be your number 15.
Yep.
Lopez
Yep.
should be your number 15. Everybody else, I'm cool with.
I'm good with that.
I'm cool with
I'm
this
good
one.
because Josh Emmett still is within there. He's kind of the gatekeeper at that point. Arnold Allen just needs to beat somebody so he could have a chance. Movsar most likely potentially could get the next shot somewhere within there. I just don't know who he needs to fight
against
next.
Diego.
Ooh.
Give him that rematch, bro.
Oh,
Against Diego, I'm here for that.
that's a good
If
one.
you don't want to do that, you're right. You do want to save him, then you could give him T City. I love me some T City.
Some Arnold Allen. Oh, Movsar and T City?
Yeah. I love me some T City.
Okay.
You can even do Yair, bro.
They're trying to say if Max doesn't fight Ilia, that T City's next for Ilia. Do you like that play out?
No.
Or really?
No,
Why not?
I don't like it.
Why?
I don't
Okay,
think-
if Max doesn't fight, who's
Because it should be
fighting?
Volk. If it's not Max, it's Volk. It's one of the. Come on, bro. You can't go lower than those two.
Okay.
It's one of those two. It's either Max or Volk. If it's not Max, then it's Volk.
Volk. And then if neither of them take it, then
Those
it's
are
maybe
his
T
two
City.
fights. His 2 fights for this year. If
That
he's
he
going to
needs
fight
to.
twice this year, it's Max and then Volk later, or
Mhm.
it's Volk now and Max later. It's one of the two. You can't get anybody else.
Yeah.
Next
Yeah.
year he can look at T City and Yair and everybody else, but you got to get those two.
So the only reason why I feel that Volk is not in the conversation as of this second is because of his knockout. I don't know how long he's going to be out because of his. It's not a suspension. It's the UFC says you can't have contact for X amount of time before you can step
Well,
back and start training.
If he's able to do videos on the YouTube, then he should be fine. He should be fine.
Should be okay. Should be good.
In the men's bantamweight,
Mhm.
we have champion Sean O'Malley. Number 1, Merab Davishvili. Number 2, Aljamain Sterling. Number 3, Corey Sandhagen. Number 4, Peter Yan. Number 5, Marlon Vera. Actually,
Oh, they had 2 number 3s.
yeah.
Wait, do they have 2 number 2s or 2 number 3s? 2 number 2s.
We have 2 number 2s. I apologize. So Aljamain is actually number 2 along with Merab. Okay. Number 5 will go. I'll go back. Number 5 will be Henry Cejudo.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6, Davison Figueredo. 7, Song Yadong. 8, Rob Font. 9, Umar Nurmagomedov. 10, Kyler Phillips. 11, Dominic Cruz. 12, Mario Bautista. 13, Jonathan Martinez. 14, Pedro Munoz. And 15, Ricky Simon. I'm okay with all these except one. And that's going to be Umar, but I get it because he has not fought as consistently as the other guys. Because for me, Umar needs to be way up on that list. Higher up, I mean.
This is the one, Dominic Cruz is the one that I'm saying potentially needs to be thrown out of there because his last fight was Chito Vera back in San Diego back in August of 2022. So it's been a little while since you fought.
Yeah.
Now, it's okay. I get why he's within that position, but, dude, you haven't been fighting for a while, so maybe some of these guys need to be pushed up above him, such as Pedro Munoz.
Yeah.
Right?
Hmm.
I think Pedro could take him.
Well, I mean,
never know.
they fought already, and Dominic beat Pedro.
Dominic beat him.
So maybe that's the reason why, but I guess who knows? I still want to see Sean fight that man again.
Yeah.
That we never really got that one solved.
Nope.
And then lastly, for the men's, we have the men's flyweight division. Alexander Pantoja is going to be your champion.
Sure.
Number 1 is going to be Brandon Royval. Number 2, Brandon Moreno. Number 3, Amir Albazi.
Nice.
Number 4, Kai Kara France. Number 5, Mateus Nicolau, currently fighting.
Yep. Number
6, Manel Kopp. 7, Muhammad Mokayev. 4, Alex Perez, fighting. Number 9, Tim Elliott. 10, Steve Urseg, fighting for the belt. Number 11, Matt Schnell. Number 12, Tagir Ulabekov. Number 13, Tatsura Taira. Number 14, David Dovrak. And number 15, Suma Daraji.
Jeez. Who are these last 4?
Yeah, you got to do your
Who are
homework
those
on
guys?
those last 4. But all in all, with this one, I'm fine. I know we don't know what's really going to take place with Brandon Moreno. He's going to be out for a while. I'd love to see my boy Kai Kara France get another crack at it.
When was his last time that he fought? Albazi. Back in June 2023.
Decision.
Okay.
So I'm okay with this.
That's good.
Maybe seeing Muhammad Mokayev fight against somebody would be nice.
Who should he fight against since he's number 7?
Kai Kara France.
Kai Kara France. I was just looking at that too.
That wouldn't be bad.
That would make sense because they're not going to move him to Amir because Amir most likely is going to be getting one of the top.
I would say he should get Royval next.
That'd actually probably be a good one. Even though Royval is he coming off 2 losses? No, he's coming off a win off of Brandon Moreno. Oh, that'd be good then. That'd be good. Right?
Yeah.
That'd be good for Amir, right? And then that'll be a number 1 contender. No, because he's already had 2. That can't. Jeez.
He had 2 cracks.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
But entertaining, entertaining stuff in the rankings, man. Hopefully, there's a lot of changes coming up. A whole lot of movement coming in. But we shall see. We shall see. Anything else you want to add?
No, we got UFC 301 in Brazil coming up next week. So we got another pay-per-view to be able to pay attention to. The card is it's okay.
Yeah, I mean,
it's okay.
Hopefully, the Brazilian crowd brings a lot of good energy to it, and that spices it up just a little bit. Yeah, maybe Dana could say $100,000, and then everybody might look for a knockout.
The good thing is there is a title fight on it with Pantoja, so that's always fun to watch. And the fact that, the co-main event is going to be a decent co-main event. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, man.
Other than that, we're good.
All right,
we're good.
All right. Well, with that being said, guys, thanks for tuning in. The MMA game is out.
See you.